everybody, and welcome to Dirt Sheet Mania's Fastlane Preview Show. I am Craig Anderson, the voice as always, alongside the director of creativity he creates so you can procrastinate, Kieran Smith. Hi, Kieran.
Bye bang.
Thanks for joining me today, Kieran. We are here to preview the Fastlane pay-per-view, the last stop on the road to Wrestlemania. What do you think this show will bring us this Sunday?
Last stop and probably the most predictable stop to WrestleMania.
Guys, this is very much the most predictable show me and Kieran have done so far. This is only the third pay-per-view we've done, I think, but this is absolutely the most predictable one.
We're going through what we sort of predicted. Obviously, we talk all week to what we think, but there's probably only about one, maybe two that maybe changed, but it's still quite predictable.
Yeah, it's not too. I mean, I'm sure everyone at home as well was somewhat similar. These matches tonight are a lot more predictable than we think than the Elimination Chamber was for Monday Night Raw. Now, that can be one or two different things. Deeper rosters can mean maybe more speculation on who might win, who might lose. But for this pay-per-view, for Fastlane, for SmackDown Live, we think it's pretty, readable. But, you be the judge of that. Me and Kieran are going to go through our predictions now in a quick preview of this show. We're going to be starting with the match that was made only last week.
Yeah, there was two matches made on SmackDown, wasn't there? So
there was, but this is a women's tag team match with Naomi and Becky versus Carmella and Natalya. So as you can see behind Kieran and myself is the four women that will participate in this tag team match. Now, okay, I'm glad. First and foremost, I'm absolutely delighted there are two women's matches on this pay-per-view, Kieran. I'm happy because that's what
I agree.
It begins a good precedent of what needs to be. But And I mean this, sometimes in the men's division, which we'll call it men's division, there are matches that you think, God, they've just put this on for no reason. They've put this on for no reason, haven't they?
Yeah.
This pay-per-view would only have, there's 6 matches on this pay-per-view. 6 matches on this pay-per-view. One is obviously a 6-pack challenge, which will obviously take up probably about 45 minutes, I'd say, of the pay-per-view. So they've obviously decided some way to put another match on, and this is it. Now, no disrespect to the 4 women in this match. One of them, well, out of all these ladies in this match, 2 of them are former SmackDown Women's Champions.
3 of them.
Natalya as well.
Yeah.
So Natty, Becky, and Naomi have all been SmackDown Women's Champion. And Carmella is the current, the only, if you want 2-time, 1-time.
It almost feels like the most pointless Money in the Bank briefcase holder of all time. But,
so far.
That's what it feels like.
But you can never really say if it is or it isn't until the cash-in.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, with the men, you could have said, Dolph lost, but when he cashed in against Del Rio, biggest pop of everything. I think, let us know what you think, guys. But
fans were behind Dolph Ziggler at the time.
He had AJ, he had Big E at the time.
There's just nothing. I couldn't even tell you if there's anyone that wants Carmella to be the champion. At the time of the Money Bank, when she won the Money in the Bank briefcase, it felt right. It felt like the right person to give it to. I
actually didn't think they should leave it too long either, because it's the first one. Make a point, statement.
You could have just, obviously with Survivor Series, it had more on it to be the women's champion, but that's about the time every year that the briefcase holder should probably look to cash in. Just in the low months of the year going in towards Royal Rumble.
But hey, if she does it at Mania, it'll be completely justified, and she may walk out of WrestleMania the women's champion of SmackDown Live. In this match, who are you going for, Kiz?
Going for Naomi and Becky, and I think Carmella will take the pin.
Yeah,
I think it's quite simple.
100% the same.
This is probably the prediction that me and you have gone. Well, this could go either way technically.
Yeah,
it could be won and lost for us. But
I know the United States title match is another one that might be a 50-50. But for me, this is where the paper will be won and lost. And before we started, so no one's cheating. He's not copying me. I'm not copying him. We got each other to say at the same time who we would think would win and lose this match, and we both said we think Becky and Naomi will win. And we unfortunately think Carmella will take the pinfall. And
we don't think, obviously, this is first in our predictions, but it won't be the first match of the night. I don't think it'll be the first match of the night.
It could be on the... I don't know what... I think
the first match of the night could possibly be the tag title match, but...
Wow,
to start off the show.
US title match?
It could be.
But anyway, that's our preview for this one. The next matchup will be the United States Championship matchup. No, it's Nakamura versus
that's what we're going for.
Rusev. Yeah. Talk about another filler. Nakamura versus Rusev with Aiden English. Rusev Day!
Nakamura Day.
That's even better. As you can see behind Kieran and myself, it is Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. This match, basically, from what it's pretty obvious to see, this is basically Nakamura's filler feud between here at WrestleMania. Not a bad filler feud, but he's basically had it with Aiden English and Rusev to pad it out even more.
Yeah, so it's obviously on SmackDown.
Yeah, say the battle.
Aiden English faced Shinsuke 2 weeks ago, two SmackDowns
ago.
And then Nakamura need English to the face or to the
Kinshasa?
To the neck with the Kinshasa.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rusev comes on last SmackDown saying that you hurt my friend.
He couldn't sing. Aiden English couldn't sing.
Well,
Heartbroken.
There's worse ways that you can start a feud over.
Coffee, maybe.
But Shinsuke had to have a match at Fastlane because he's a Royal Rumble winner, and obviously he's facing.
Who did you think he was going to face originally?
I mean, I didn't think who he was going to face, but who I wanted him to face.
Well, fantasy booking wise,
would be John Cena. Have John Cena on there, and if John Cena was to beat Nakamura at Fastlane, then he gets added to the championship.
Nakamura doesn't get taken out of the match, but he seems to gets ended.
Yeah.
However,
I think that it would have been a better match. Would have been a better feud. It would have meant more to John Cena having more in a one-on-one match.
And Nakamura still could have won.
And Nakamura still could have won clean. I think Nakamura beat Cena clean on SmackDown once.
He did.
During that time when Cena
actually
was facing everyone for a random reason,
but
not on a pay-per-view.
But even though this is the situation now, Cena's in the main event, Nakamura has a match. Is it not good in that respect that Rusev has a match?
Yeah. I could.
In that respect,
is probably the most over person in the company right now.
Well, at one
chance
point
of Rusev Day in Ring of Honor, for God's sake,
Is there?
Yeah.
Crumbs. I need to catch up. Recently Elias has re-outsold him, but before that, Rusev Day T-shirts were the most popular T-shirts above everyone.
Yeah.
Cena, New Day, Usos.
They're weirdly more expensive than a normal T-shirt as well. Suddenly,
Rusev Day ones?
Yeah, they're like £3-4 more expensive. So.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Is that why they're not selling? Maybe
that's probably why. Yeah.
But
probably making him try not to get over by selling it, making him sell less shirts.
It wouldn't surprise you, would it? Anyway, but regardless, in this match, unfortunately for Rusev Day, it's going to be a Nakamura Day.
It's going to be a Nakamura Day. I think if Shinsuke loses this would be crazy.
It'll be DQ.
Yeah, but
he won't. He won't.
Yeah,
he can't.
Shinsuke's going to win. He's got to win. He's got to look strong going into Mania.
He will. Yeah. He will. I mean, there's no point going over it again, guys. We both think Shinsuke Nakamura will win this match. But the matchup coming next for the United States Championship is one that, possibly might not finish in a more conventional way. That is Randy Orton challenging Bobby Roode for the United States Championship. So, as it's been well documented on WWE television recently, Randy Orton has never won the United States Championship. He's won all the other ones. He's even had Money in the Bank. He's won the Rumble. But he has never won the United States Championship, Kieran.
It's crazy when you think he's had a 15-year career. But again, Cena hasn't won the Intercontinental title.
He hasn't.
Is, obviously something that will probably change for him at some point, as with Orton.
They both come up, Randy was on Raw, Cena was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Randy had a legend-killing run as Intercontinental Champion. And Cena, when he beat the Big Show at WrestleMania 20, had a great run with the United States title, which I think he was a 3 at that time in his career. I think it was even 2-time.
Yeah.
He lost
it to Carlito.
He did in Carlito's first match.
Yeah, and then he won it back.
But then lost it. Do you remember who lost it to before he beat JBL at WrestleMania?
Orlando Jordan.
He did indeed.
Not Jason Jordan's brother.
Not Jason Jordan's brother, no. Exactly, Orlando Jordan. And at that time, I mean, if there was ever a whipping boy of the cabinet, it was Orlando Jordan. Even the Basham.
Everyone's got to have a lackey, haven't they?
Well, and JBL had Orlando Jordan, the Basham brothers.
Yeah.
But in this match, I mean, we've both gone for the same person. We're both going to say Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
But can you really count Randy out of this match?
I don't think you can, and I think this might be like sort of the sleeper match of the night. I think this could be a good little match.
It could be.
I don't think it's expected to be a great match, but we know on their day Bobby Roode can wrestle a great match. Even if you just go back to his NXT days,
let alone TNA days.
And Randy Orton, when he can be bothered, can put on a good match. And if it's this match is just not an RKO out of nowhere, because that's at the moment that's what Randy Orton only seems to do. It's just a quick match, and then an RKO.
20 seconds, bang.
Yeah.
Where would you place Jinder Mahal in this match? Because despite the fact that Jinder, I'm sure you guys watching SmackDown Live would have thought that Jinder would be in this match, a triple threat. Maybe that's the view for WrestleMania. Maybe they'll add more people in this match. Barry Bear and Corbin. It's hard to tell from a long time distance away. It could be a fatal four-way by Mania time. But for me,
it could be a 20-man ladder match at WrestleMania.
It could be. There's no watch our video about the problem with this year's WrestleMania, because this this match at WrestleMania, whatever it is, for the United States title, is a problem.
I think there's a real chance that Randy Orton may not be on WrestleMania this year on the main card.
Scary, very scary to think so. This match for tonight, for Sunday night, should I say? Jinder Mahal obviously will get involved. Now, I talked about earlier that this could be a no contest. Jinder could come in, he could ruin the match. Now, that's not a bad guess.
No.
That's not a bad prediction.
No, it's not.
But I'm going safe because that happening is lesser than one of these lads coming out with a win. But I'm saying I'm going to say obviously Bobby Roode to retain his title. But Jinder will get involved, and how he does it, maybe he screws Randy, maybe he screws Bobby.
So what's your prediction for this?
Bobby wins.
So Bobby wins.
Yeah, Bobby wins. Yeah,
Bobby gets his hand raised.
Yes, yeah, Bobby.
Okay,
yes,
right. To be, as you say, I'm going to be very, very unsafe here, and I'm going to just stick my head out because I like your theory that this would be a no contest. I will go for Randy Orton to win this match by disqualification. So Jinder beats down Bobby.
Okay, so you're saying Randy wins?
Randy wins it, but he doesn't win the title.
Ooh.
Just because our predictions are so
like
each other for this.
But that's interesting.
One of us is going to have to stick our neck out on one of these, and I'll go for a Randy.
Well, I was close. Randy disqualification. Okay. No, all right, fine. I'm going to stay with Bobby. Yeah. But the whole Jinder getting involved because he has to.
Currently, I'm behind on points.
You're one behind on points. It's one pay-per-view each, but you're 1 point behind. It's a pretty close run thing. Close run thing.
I'll make a point somewhere.
Got to make a point.
Yeah.
Got to prove a point. Got to prove a point. There you go. So, we're both going to say Bobby Roode in this one.
Bobby Roode will still be United States champion.
Keep an eye out for Jinder. Next coming up could possibly be match of the night. Could be match of the year for all we know. We're only in March. Next is the New Day challenging the Usos for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. So, Kieran, we've seen this match more than once. The New Day versus the Usos. But yet again, another development. And the New Day in the ring a few SmackDowns ago, kind of larking around, thinking they're all that. Usos come out, and just when you think the Usos are going to go, this isn't paranoia, this is an Uso pen, and then bam, Big E drops pipe bomb for all.
Yeah, possibly the best serious promo of his career.
Of the New Day's career.
Yeah, I mean, it was very, very, very to the point, very factual.
And it sparked this feud into another kick on.
These two had feud of the year for 2017, I'd say, out of the whole WWE.
The Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, they put on great matches, and this would be another great match. So no doubt about it, this would be a great match. I think it's quite easy to say who wins.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's easy, but I think we're just going to go with the continuity of saying that you think that.
Well, I think Usos need to be on the card at WrestleMania. Now, to get them on the card at WrestleMania, I think they need to be tag champs.
I think, well, okay, there's two ways you can look at this. One, that 100% the Usos have never in 9 years, have never been on the main card. They've been on the pre-show bunch of times on the pre-show. They've been cut, they've been injured, they've been all sorts, but they've never been on the main roster. On the main show. They will win this match for me.
Yeah.
However, let's look at it from a bigger picture. The New Day last year hosted WrestleMania. One of the biggest honours you can be given. Only Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold ever hosted WrestleMania?
No, I don't think he hosted it.
But Hulk Hogan and The Rock, in the last 4 or 5 years, hosted WrestleMania. And The New Day.
I saw something on Twitter the other day. Maybe they should get Elias to host WrestleMania. I just think that would be genius if they'd done that. Wow, Elias hosting WrestleMania. But anyway, let's not talk about Raw superstars. Let's talk about SmackDown superstars.
No, I really like that, by the way.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, we do like that. This isn't clear cut. This isn't completely 100% Usos. But I'm very much leaning towards the Usos to win this match.
I think Usos will win the match. I think they'll keep the titles. We talked about Jinder possibly getting involved in the US title match. Could Benjamin and Gable or the Bludgeon Brothers get involved? I'm
glad you said that, because I was thinking Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
Benjamin and Gable they feel very they feel basically screwed out the titles. I think twice or 3 times. Ref didn't see the tag.
That's why I think maybe they'll get involved in this match somehow, and this probably lead to a fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania between the 4 or something.
I think so. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think trying to think of other teams on SmackDown Live.
Maybe Rusev. That could be the moment this year. There's a fatal 5-way, and Rusev and Aiden English are a tag team, and they win the tag titles at WrestleMania.
A fatal 5-way. Can you hear?
It'll be almost like that little acknowledgement to the crowd that Rusev is over.
So basically, what you're saying is that Breezango can go in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale.
Yeah, I mean, they can join the match. They haven't really done much for.
Do you know what?
Now,
honestly, if you're going to have that many people, stick it on the top of a ladder and get them up there.
Yeah.
6-team ladder match at WrestleMania. Why the hell not?
Why not?
Seriously, we might as well. Every other match at WrestleMania is a multi-man match.
It's going to be a multi-man match mania. So.
It's going to be WrestleMania 16 all over again.
Pretty much.
The only match on the card will be Brock and Roman. Will be the singles match.
Yeah.
Well, both of us think the Usos are going to win this match. There's no way.
I think the Usos will win.
It's going to be good. It will be good.
Yeah.
It could be match of the night. I think it's got a strong contender. It's not a point. We're not going for points on this little guess, but we were talking who out the New Day would wrestle, because that's always a major talking point. Now, allegedly Kofi's injured. If he's not, I wouldn't mind seeing the fast version. So what do they call it? The athletic New Day, which is Xavier and Kofi. But in big matches, tend to have Kofi and Big E.
Yeah. We think it'll be Big E and Xavier Woods.
I think it'll be Big E and Xavier Woods.
There's no point in that, but
it's an interesting talking point.
Yeah.
Interesting talking point. So another interesting talking point will be the SmackDown Women's Championship that Charlotte will be defending against the Riott Squad's Ruby Riott. So Ruby Riott from the Riott Squad will be challenging Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship in a match. I mean, there's some of these matches that are mega predictable this evening, and this one just is absolutely dead certain. I think I would probably guess Rusev to beat Nakamura more than I would guess Ruby Riott to walk out of Fastlane. Generally, I mean, that's a bit out there. But
I know Ruby Riott has been called up and she's a great wrestler, but there's no way she's WrestleMania ready. Unless Charlotte suddenly just got a 30-day suspension, I don't see Ruby winning this match at all.
No, I mean, Ruby, the reason she is the leader of the Riott Squad and the reason that the team is called the Riott Squad is that because she's been wrestling for a hell of a long time. She's an excellent wrestler. Yeah. She's very accomplished. She knows what she's doing.
She's got a good promo as well. She's very comfortable on the mic.
Superb promo. The last
couple of weeks. So.
Good emotion. Timing's great. No, I think she's a superb women's wrestler. For her, unfortunately, the timing it's not there.
But if it's there, she's having a title match. It's there to establish her.
She deserves it. Yeah. Why the hell shouldn't she have a title match? I'd rather see somebody new face Charlotte than do the whole frenemy thing with Becky or have Naomi or Natalie or Carmella. I'd rather have
is good.
And I do like seeing them building Charlotte as this dominant, because I'm looking at Charlotte now and I'm seeing this 6'1", 6'2", long legs, blonde hair, strong, powerful, physical, taking basically 3 of them on, and it's really establishing her as a top talent. So. I
think it also helps that obviously she's a Flair. Like that's the biggest market.
Of course it does. But in the long term, if what we suggest and what we think is going to be her and Asuka WrestleMania, if she can face off 3 of them and she still successfully becomes SmackDown Women's Champion, which is obviously I think is both of our guesses for Sunday, then when she goes and faces Asuka Mania, she looks good.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want to say this feud has set the world alight. But I think it's been a good feud. I think it's been quite a bit of back and forth since the Rumble.
I think on reflection, when people look back on this feud, I think they'll see the promos, they'll see the matches.
One of SmackDown's better feuds. SmackDown seems to be a bit wayward with certain feuds.
Yeah,
forgetting about them and moving people around, and then like the Daniel Bryan Shane McMahon,
which we'll get to in a minute.
Like where's that gone and what's happening and things like that.
Yeah,
but at least this is sort of been every week on SmackDown.
To be fair,
They've had matches against each other and each other's friends and things like that. So
it has actually been the cornerstone. For a lack intents purposes, it's been the heartbeat. You've got the main event. You need a main event. You need an opener. But for these girls have basically been the heart and soul of SmackDown for the past month. And I think it will be a good match.
Yeah.
I think Ruby needs to she's a lot smaller than Charlotte. A lot of the girls are a lot smaller than Charlotte.
Yeah, the only one that doesn't compare is Nia. And
that's not necessarily height as well. It's just the physical aspects of Nia as opposed to Charlotte's height. But yeah, it will be a good match because Charlotte's a great worker, as is Ruby Riott. Unfortunately, in the booking terms of life, it's not there for Ruby at the moment.
No, not.
But I can definitely.
But I can see in 6 months' time to a year that she's picked up that title.
100%. Yeah. 100%. No, absolutely. I completely agree.
Charlotte's winning.
Charlotte's winning. We're both saying Charlotte's winning. Expect the Riott Squad to get heavily involved.
Yeah. I also expect maybe Asuka to come down after this match.
Yeah, do you want to talk about it super quick? Because she actually hasn't picked who she wants to face.
But on Raw, they're making a big deal that she's facing Alexa at Mania. She's facing
Done
Alexa.
deal, set in stone.
But obviously, I think that's just to swerve us, and I think it's always been the case. And we predicted on the problem of this year's WrestleMania that Charlotte will face Asuka for the SmackDown Women's title. What I'd like to see is Charlotte wins a match. She's had a 15-minute match with Ruby. She's knackered. She's been taken out by a Riott squad. She's standing there, and then Asuka just appears. Like she comes down and says, "I'll face you at Mania," or points to the Mania.
She looks at her, looks at her belt, looks at the sign.
Yeah. Just easy. Don't get Asuka to talk. I've said it a million times before, but
she's got a lot better.
Maybe she can sing, and then it comes.
Well, if it's anything like Mr. Nakamura, his singing was phenomenal as opposed to the.
But I'd like to see Asuka appear, because I think if you leave it till Tuesday night, you're wasting one show of build up towards Mania, because after this there are 4 shows.
Because then you get to SmackDown, you could basically have Charlotte come out. I mean, another way they could do it: SmackDown Tuesday, Charlotte's in the ring. So I've taken out the Riott squad. I don't have a match for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Shane Bryan, who am I facing? And then Asuka comes at them. But like you say,
it needs to be in front of the live crowd. Like
pay-per-view, network. No, I agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And that's Charlotte going over, we think, against Ruby Riott this Sunday. Watch out for the Riott squad, though. But yeah, Charlotte all way, I think. So we move on to our 6-pack challenge main event for the WWE Championship. 6 men will face each other this Sunday for the WWE Championship in a 6-pack challenge. Originally, it was only supposed to be a singles match or triple threat match. Triple threat match.
Triple threat originally, yeah.
Triple threat match, this Kieran. Threat. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be these 3. So ignore them 3 on that side for a minute. It was supposed to be these 3 gentlemen.
So now, I think after this, on Sunday, they'll announce a 7th participant, and Hulk Hogan will come back and get a rematch for the title that he lost so long ago. It might as well.
Russo, don't forget, we still haven't seen Bray Wyatt get his rematch for this. So Bray Wyatt's coming back as well.
Goldberg hasn't got his rematch for his Universal title.
So he might as well come for this as well. Same bloody thing, isn't it?
WWE booking, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't know what to do, so we'll throw another one in there. So there's 6 of them now. Okay, these 3 are here, but we're going to talk about these 3 for just a second, and we're going to talk about Shane and Bryan. So Bryan wasn't on SmackDown this last week. Shane was. He was booking matches left and right. They've gone cold on the whole, Bryan, Shane, Sammy and Kevin scenario. Yeah. Sort of not as much with AJ. AJ's basically been the pivot surrounding this entire feud.
Yeah.
Like I said, Shane and AJ have been associated with each other in one form or fashion for a year now, which is incredible if you think about that. Does Bryan or Shane get involved in this match when they think Kevin or Sammy are going to win? Or if there's a ref bump? Because I can see a ref bump when one of them running out in a ref shirt.
Maybe Shane running out. Or maybe both of them.
Both of them. Yeah, I can really see that, mate.
That could work.
Or one bumps, ref bumps, Shane comes out, and then Shane gets knocked over. Then Bryan runs down, then you have them both in the ring with ref shirts on.
So obviously on SmackDown, Sammy pinned Kevin in the Fatal 5-Way main event on purpose. Now this still could be a swerve, and maybe Sammy lets Kevin pin him. Would they be brave enough to do that? And then Shane comes out, restarts the match, and says, "No, I'm not having that. That can't happen."
Imagine Kevin winning the WWE title, effectively with just using the participants in the match and being stripped of the title because it's not ethical.
Yeah, or just the match restarts because no one should lay down for anyone, and the finger poke of doom in WCW was like the most awful thing ever. But,
or when Hulk Hogan when Jeff Jarrett laid down for Hulk Hogan.
Kevin Nash. I was about to say Kevin Owens.
No, Jeff Jarrett laid down for Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, done. That's not the finger poke of doom.
No, I know. I'm talking about another one. That's what I mean. There's more in WCW. When you have an actor as your world heavyweight champion, there's a problem.
He was the best champ ever.
Yeah.
Ready to Rumble was a great movie.
Who pinned John Cena at New Year's Day once?
Kevin Federline.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Yeah. Britney Spears' ex-husband.
Britney Spears.
But my point is that there is scope for Bryan and Shane to be involved in this match.
Yeah, I think so. It depends what they're doing with them, because we're still absolutely unsure what's going to happen with Shane and Bryan at Mania. You'd assume Shane's going to be involved in some sort of match.
Yeah, with these 2.
Yeah, or something like that. But I don't know. I just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen with them. They might not even have a match. Shane might not have a match at Mania.
This is good though, because sometimes we know as fans, we know too much. Sometimes we know too much. I'll tell you how much sometimes we know too much as fans. There's some people that watch the show. There's 2 lads two kids of someone I work with, and they came up to me and go, "Oh, Craig, we really like the show. It's really, really good," which is great. And they said to me, "Oh, Craig, we know when the Mrs. Baby's being born, you know." Yeah. And it's like, wow, everyone knows. If me and Kieran, as 30-year-old, well, 29 or 30-year-old, know 29,
that, right?
And you kids out there know that, stay in school. Then sometimes I don't know if social media in that respect is good because we know too much, and sometimes you can't keep things secret. So if Brian or Shane get involved or in a match in some capacity as a referee or as an enforcer at WrestleMania, then keep it a secret because when we get to there and they announce it, it will be more sweeter.
I think ultimately, I don't know, we sort of go talking a bit about Mania, but ultimately I think Sami and Kevin, Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan, they ultimately get left off the card at WrestleMania.
It'd be a shame.
Because I think it's easier to, in terms of storyline sense, to cut them off because from Shane McMahon's perspective, do Sami and Kevin deserve a WrestleMania? Do they deserve a WrestleMania match? And no, it's not. No, they don't.
Yeah, in kayfabe terms, you absolutely agree. But when it comes to the rest of this match, it only started to expand when Dolph and Corbin had a match together, one-on-one. Winner joins this three-way to make it a four-way, and they got jumped by Sam and Kev, and then they had to beat them in singles competition to get through, and they both did. Became a fatal five-way. A few weeks later, Cena pops up on SmackDown, beats AJ, gets into the match. Everyone's got there by winning a match. Yeah. It's not like you've just been put in.
Which is fair.
You know, the only obviously the original match, Kevin, Sami, and AJ was made because Sami and Kevin kind of got screwed a little bit from the Rumble, I believe. Yeah. So they was really distant back on this storyline.
It's just a mix. It's a mixture of multi-man matches, how we got here and everything like that.
But if you strip it back and you get back to what it is supposed to be and the reality, for me, we've said both. For me, AJ Styles wins this match.
Oh yeah. This whole thing is about AJ, and it has been. The promos are about AJ, about how he's been fighting for years to get to this point. He's fighting for our dream match, and I think it's most people's dream match of AJ versus Shinsuke.
I really liked the terminology that AJ used. The fact that he said that he's not wrestling for just him to be the WWE Champion at WrestleMania. He's wrestling for Nakamura. He's wrestling for you guys. He's wrestling for us. He's wrestling for his fans, so we can have Nakamura versus AJ still the show at WrestleMania 34.
Yeah, and ultimately, I still think that happens. It'd be a huge. I'd say huge swerve. It'd be a big swerve if.
Would it be a letdown?
I think it would be. I think a lot of people would be disappointed, very disappointed, if this doesn't end up as AJ versus Shinsuke at WrestleMania. Everyone's been wanting it for ages. Not to say that if they added John Cena to this match or Kevin or Sami.
Yeah, that could be. Honestly, it could happen.
It could happen. But it's not to say that if they got added to the match, it wouldn't be a good match. But everyone wants to see AJ versus Shinsuke.
We don't doubt it. Whoever they add from that kind of small cluster of people we've said, we still know it would be a good match, but we just want AJ versus Nakamura. Yeah, that's what we want. And I think WrestleMania
for that match, it'll probably be middle of the match Mania.
Could be the first match.
It could be. But technically, as Shinsuke won the Rumble, it should be the last match.
Let's not get
much know what the last match tonight.
Let's not get into that because wrestling purists like myself, yeah. But yeah, that is our Fastlane preview show.
Just quickly, before we finish, do you think, obviously there's always been these rumours of Cena Taker, and we're still going ahead with Cena Taker, and we've said before that potentially Cena versus Taker doesn't have to be built up on Raw, it can be built up on SmackDown. So could you see a Taker turning up at the end of the night?
Wow.
When Cena's downtrodden, sitting in the ring after he's lost the match.
So everyone's left.
Yeah. And we actually need to choose who's taking the pin as well for an extra point.
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, so for an extra point in our prediction contest.
I'm wrapping up the show. I'm going, thanks, guys.
You forgot.
I forgot about who's taking the pinfall. I'm saying, Dolph, you're saying Sami, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm taking Sami for the pinfall. Only reason why I think Sami will take the pinfall is because he won on SmackDown.
Logical.
Yeah. 50-50, that sort of shit.
I like that. But I tell you what, I'm wrapping up the show. I'm saying, thanks, guys. Cheers, director. And you've just donged. You've done the dong on me, Kieran. And I'm sitting here thinking, I can see, AJ's won, they're arguing with each other, he's miserable, he's sodded off and all, and Cena's just still there, and he's, again, he stands up, he looks around, people go, let's go, and then just as it's fading down, dong.
Yeah. That I'd love to see that from a visual standpoint. I think it'd be great. I don't know if you could end the Fastlane pay-per-view with John Cena being in the ring. I think the focus should be on the champion and on AJ.
But this is why we're saying that we think obviously Nakamura AJ should be the main event because he's the Royal Rumble winner. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter anymore what is what.
No. But I'd like it to happen. Like I was saying, it's the same thing with Asuka turning up on after Charlotte's match that could happen. That you've got an extra show then. If you were to do it on Tuesday night or Monday night, then you've got 3 weeks after.
I also if the Undertaker's showing up on shows, I'd be delighted. I'd absolutely be ecstatic if he showed up on SmackDown. Yeah. But something tells me
it'd be on
they'd
Raw.
save him for Raw. Yeah, we will see. So in that respect, I'd love to see him on SmackDown on the pay-per-view because then he could just roll. He could go on the next night. He could literally show up and Raw with Cena and roll a story on. Guys, we're going to finish this one up here now. Thank you, the Director of Creativity, Kieran Smith. Thanks, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
No worries, mate. We will be live tweeting this Sunday at Dirt Sheet Mania. We will be watching our Fastlane pay-per-view in this very room, actually, with Kieran and your brother Jamie, I assume, as well.
Yeah.
Jambo Jam. Put a little quick video up on the evening just to let your boys and girls know. Check out the Twitter. Obviously, this is on the YouTube and obviously our SoundCloud, Dirt Sheet Mania, of course. And if you want to join in the story, it's #DSM Wrestling. Thanks again, Kieran.
Nakamura Day.
We'll see you later, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.